In this video, we'll be presenting Study Pro, our team submission for CS2340's Android Studio app project. Study Pro is an app that allows a student to manage their classes, assignments, and exams. So as you can see, once the app is open, the student is presented with 4 tabs. One for classes, one for assignments, one for exams, and one for a to-do list, which I'll get into later. To get started, you need to add all the classes you're in so that you can associate your exams and assignments with specific classes. So to do that, navigate to the classes page and click on the plus icon on the bottom right corner of the screen. Once you do that, you're presented with a short form to fill in all of your class details. So for example, I can fill in Math 3012. You can also put your instructor's name. You can put the location of the class meetings, and you can also put the start and end time of your class. Finally, once you're done entering your details, you can press the check mark button to save, and if we go back to the class list, we can see that our new class appears in the list of all classes. So I'm going to add a few more classes just for demonstration. Okay, so I've added 3 more classes, and as you can see, they all appear on the classes page. Now let's say we want to edit a class's details. We can simply click on that class from the home page and click the edit button, which is also on the bottom right. And let's say we want to add a note to this class like, "This class is getting so hard." We can press the check mark to save, and the details are saved in the class. Now finally, let's say you drop a class or you need to remove it for whatever reason. You can click on the class and click the delete class button. There's going to be a confirmation to make sure that you really want to delete the class, and once you do, you can see that the class has been removed from our list of classes. So now once you've added your classes, you can start adding assignments that belong to those classes. So to do that, simply switch over to the Assignments tab, and you can press the plus button to add a new assignment. So let's add this Android app project, for example. You can choose the class that the assignment is associated with from this drop-down list of all of your classes. And you can choose your due date from this date picker we implemented. So this assignment is actually due today, so I'm going to choose the February the 6th. And you can add other things like an assigned date, which is optional, a description, and some notes. Once you're done, you press the check mark and you go back to the list, and you can see the project is listed in the assignments view. So you can add a few more assignments. Let's say we have homework 3 due for Math 3012, and we can also set a due date. Let's say this is due on Friday. And then one more, let's say we have problem set 4 for CS 2050. And this is going to be due next Friday. Once you've added all of your assignments, you can see that they're in your assignments tab, and they're sorted by whichever sorting scheme you choose to use. So right now we're using the due date, so it's sorted in ascending due date. But if we wanted to sort by the course, we can also click course from the drop-down list, and as you can see, it sorts by whichever courses you have listed first in your courses or classes tab. Now finally, let's say you completed an assignment. You can mark it off of your assignments list by ticking the checkbox, and the assignment disappears from the list. Okay, we have a separate tab for exams, which allows the user or the student to keep track of whatever exams they have upcoming so they don't miss any of them and they know when to properly study. So let's add midterm 1 for Math 3012. So we can type in our name of the exam, choose the class from the drop-down. We can choose when the date is. It's going to be this Friday. And we can also choose what time the exam is going to be using this time picker. So let's say 12:30. And then finally, we can type in the location of the exam so we know where to go. I love manufacturing. Once you're done, you press the check mark, and the exam is saved and appears in your exams list. Okay, now we can add a few more exams. So once we've added all of our exams, we can see that they appear in the exams list. Finally, we have a to-do list at the very end. And the to-do list basically combines all of your exams and assignments into one page so that you can see it in a unified view. Again, you can sort items on the to-do list by the due date or the course. I want to sort by due date so I know what's coming up. And you have all of your exams and all of your assignments listed. Now you can also add regular to-do list items. Let's say you have something you need to do that isn't associated with any class. You can add that by pressing this plus button on the bottom right, and a new pop-up comes up that says new to-do item. Let's say this is apply for internships, and let's say we want to do this by the end of the month, so February 29th. We can add this and it shows up as a regular to-do item just like any other. Now finally, we need all of our information to save when we exit the app. So to do this, we've implemented the Room Persistence Library, which is basically a wrapper on top of a SQLite database. So if we close the app, completely close it, and we open it again from our app menu, we can see all of our information is all there.